Okay, so this is my first Let's Play. We're going to try out Brutal Nature. I have no idea what the heck I'm going to do. I've been playing the alpha for about 3 weeks now. They've gone through alpha version 42 to 43. I've learned how to create my own server, so we're running that currently. Let me alt-tab over here and go to that server and see what we've got. Alright, so when you start the game, well, you don't start out in here, do you? Let's go ahead and get outside and let the fun begin. And here, and there, and there. That should get us outside. Put these rocks back and hide my door. I'll explain that later. Right now, we've got bad stuff coming our way.
Oh!
That is a boar. One of two different animal types that are out here on this wonderful island of Brutal Nature. You might hear footsteps going on all over the place. That's different animals that are within hearing range, and I don't like that rock. What kind of rock is this?
Oh!
Well, first of all, we got bad guys on the body. That's me getting hammered. Pressing C tells you what you're looking at. It's granite. Pressing F allows you to, not F, E, allows you to go into edit mode. You have various sizes of the block that you can choose. Using the shift key and rolling the mouse wheel forward and back changes the size. You'll see that also in the text down at the bottom. Okay? So standard size is 4. It's probably the best for you. Anything you make that you need to walk through needs to be 2 steps of 4 vertical and 4 across. So, yep. Other than that, now what was that again? Granite. We scroll through and check our inventory until we come up with something that says granite. All these items do not carry any weight on your inventory. We'll look at that in a little bit. What I'd like to cover for this particular session is, oh damn it, there we go again, is what you'll come across when you start to play the beginning tutorial and what that encompasses. First thing it normally has you do is build a few wondrous things like a campfire and a basic table and a bonfire, and get you to know how to move around and see things. Moving your mouse left, right, up, and down changes your field of view. You do not get to have third-person view. Sorry, it's all first-person. If you want to see what's behind you, turn the hell around. Okay? Anything is destructible in this world. The ground, the animals, the flora, the fauna, and everybody else that you find on screen. Okay. So, let us begin with having to go through the inventory. The hell? Blue blazes, go away. Thank you. Alright. In your inventory, if you press I, you'll see that you have an equipment tab, materials tab, and here we go again. Boy, I just love trying to instruct you guys while this thing's going on. More bacon. Thank you. Back to the inventory. Matter of fact, it'd probably be smarter to be downstairs and not having our ass handed to us, wouldn't it? To dig, press your E. Put your little icon anywhere you want. Right click, right click, right click, and you open up ground. Doesn't always work out like this with something in the ground, but you'll build it. Trust me, you'll build it. Okay, going down into the dungeon, press G to turn on your personal light source. It's called flashlight. You can find it under the F1 help screen. Okay, this is basically what your standard base will look like once you start putting things into it. We're going to start today with again, let's go to the inventory tab. You have inventory, you have party if you've made a party with different friends that you've made in game. You have stats of who is currently online, the player kills and deaths, NPC kills and deaths, other times of dying, how much you've mined, and how long you've played on this server since it started up with that character. There's round and last round to find out, you know, how well you've done in the, you know, last 15 minutes. Quest, well, here's the basic survival quest. You'll have a lot of flavor text and flavor audio walking you through all of this. Trust me, you will learn it. Alright, so the first thing it tells you to do is press F1 to open up the guide summary. Let's do that now. Pressing F1 brings up your help screen. You'll see that everything in here has all your menu controls. Make sure you go through it, learn it, live it, go back to it. If you're confused, read it again. It's very important that you learn the key commands. Otherwise, it's going to be a bad time. Alright, so let's get out of that and go back over here into the quest tab. Okay, check your inventory by pressing I, which again we've already done. Select a weapon with the mouse wheel. Well, down here at the bottom of your screen you'll see it says copper pickaxe. That's something I've crafted in the past. The 12 gauge weapon with buckshot, the MKA 1919, was found in one of the chests that we'll find on the ground. It looks like a just a military footlocker at present, version 43. Hook, grapple pistol. That's what allows you to do all your grappling. Okay, you're going to have 4 rounds in that grapple pistol. All you do is shoot to the sky, press the fire button, left mouse, and you can use Q to climb up and down. Notice that I press it and it goes up. Let go, you fall back down. If you press Shift, then Q, you can scroll up slowly and you can stay hanging. While you're hanging, you can dance on a string, dance on a string, dance on a string. Okay? You want to let go? Press the Z key. And your wire is detached. Okay? So, let's scroll through until we find your standard weapon, which is the 9x19 Beretta PX4. You get a steel knife with the new version. I don't know if I actually still have it on me. I probably didn't. Nope. I put it away. But this is your weapon of choice to kill wonderful things with. The magazine has 15 rounds in it. When you have just a few rounds left in it, or you've killed a few things, press the R key to reload. Make sure you do it often. Okay? Trust me. Reload as often as possible. If you have less than 15 rounds on the right side where it says 103, be very careful, you may not get your rounds back. You can also have multiple different types of rounds. Pressing Shift and rolling your mouse wheel will go through different types of ammo that you may have. Currently we only have round ammo. Not a problem. Back to the crafting tab. Actually, let's go to here. It says gather some berries and hunt some wildlife. Well, we've already hunted wildlife. You saw me shoot the hell out of them. And gathering some berries, we'll get that when we need some wood. Butcher a dead animal while pressing F while looking at it. Again, well, anything you need to interact with in world, you can press F. You notice on the right side, it shows what F does for you. Opens the blast furnace. Okay? If you wanted to hit Shift F for the other option of what you can do to things, this would be pick up. For an animal, F will butcher it and giving you the meat. Shift F will give you the skins. If you press Control F, it will bring up a menu of anything that you can do with the item. Okay? With a regular item, it will do the same as just opening it. With an animal, it'll give you the 2 options. You don't want to do it that way. Just hit F, Shift F, move on to the next animal. Okay. Later on, you're going to have to eat. Eating. Too simple, too easy. Press I, go into Aid, find something that's edible. You will have flavor text. Okay? Boar meat. Raw boar meat. You would really be better off cooking it at the campfire. Trust me. Health -3 for 10 seconds, or food 8 for 3 seconds. Bacon, once you're able to make it, okay, it gives you health and it gives you your food increase. Berries give you a small increase, but we're going to eat those. You can press enter to eat the berries. Your health bar will go up. You've got your current, well, yeah, your hunger actually. Your health bar, your endurance bar, and your hunger bar. Try and keep that hunger bar about 50 to 100%. Okay? Eat some food. Close the window. That gets us to there. Let's take a look at what the next quest item is. We're going to do those. Gathering 200 wood. I was holding off on that so that we could go and show you how to do the berries all at once. Okay? And then we'll go ahead and craft up that nice little campfire and cook up some wood. E, open a hole in the ground. Remember, you have to have 2 spaces of 4 so you can jump out. Before you go outside at any point in time, make sure that you're off edit and you've got a weapon in hand. Trust me, it's for your own protection. The copper pickaxe is one of the first things you're going to want to craft out of your forge. Because not only does it help you when you are digging, but it also kills things. It does damage. Inventory, equipment, copper pickaxe. Okay, mining rate is 2 versus nothing, and it does piercing damage, armor piercing, and it does more piercing damage. Okay, so keep it equipped while you walk around mining away. Oh, did I already clean that bad boy up? Yes, I sure did. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll show you real quick what's going on with food and things. 1, 2, 3. Notice that it says F to butcher. Butchering it gives you 1.23 boar meat. They vary based on the size of the animal. Pressing Shift and F, you'll see that it does Shift F skin. If I had Control F, it would show you the options of the menu for a boar. Butcher, we've already done. And there's remove the hide. We can either click it here, or you can hit the Shift F. Again, pressing the F and then Shift F as soon as you kill something. It's easy, it's simple. Do it. Makes your life easier. Alright. Wandering through, we see that there are trees out here. Okay, we hear something else coming up. One thing that is built into this particular game is the aggro of ground creatures increases the radius as you kill more creatures until it encompasses the entire island, and anytime something spawns, it's going to chase you down. The way to reset that? Die. Alright, so here's a tree. If you show a tree, you'll see you can chop it down. Press F. It takes endurance. It gives you wood. These are different flora and fauna out here. Some things are bushes, some are pretty little flowers. The important stuff is the stuff that's got the red in it. Those are your berries. Notice it says pick berries. So you press F. Whoosh, we've collected berries. Notice that these items do not have a letter to interact with. Even Control F, it will allow you to pick it up. You can pick it up and move it to your heart's content. Okay, let's get a little more wood. A little more wood. And a little more wood. There's a bear. One of the other things you'll learn as you play this is if you put it on a weapon that has range, if you right click and hold, it's not an endurance kill, but it will zoom in for you. And you can fire. Left mouse. That way maybe you could kill something that was going to attack you, but hadn't really came close yet. Very helpful. So that showed you the berries. It showed you what the trees look like. Let's go back in here, just for a nice little place to do it. We'll go to our inventory. We'll go to the crafting tab. This is where you're going to do all your personal crafting. Any new building you're going to create from whole cloth is here. There's the advanced building, the basic building, any electrical items, 2 furniture items currently, a bed which allows you to have a spawn point when you die, and a chair which is gritty. Intermediate building as well. And everything's in alphabetical order, but it's not in the order of precedence. Basic building is your first thing you're going to be doing. It's going to tell you to make a campfire. You'll hit the campfire. It will be highlighted in yellow to show that that's what you've got selected. Over here it'll take you to tell you how many you can create, how long it will take you to do it. This is the input listing, how much it takes to do it, how much you have on hand. I already have campfire on hand, and we can build at least one at a time. This tells you actually what's going to be stats on the item. If you hover over something, it'll tell you the stats on the item. Too easy? Too easy. Once you create something, you're going to go into your Objects tab and you will find it there. Want to put it in World? Double click it. It's now attached to your mouse. Anything that you are ready to put in World, you can use the right mouse button and rotate it in a clockwise fashion. For artwork, that's about all it does. It's art. Okay? Press the left mouse button and it's placed. You'll hear a nice resounding click on it. Press F to interact with it. And now you can see that we have things that we can do with it. Much the same as when you're in your crafting tab of things that you can create. If it's white, you cannot build it yet. If it's in green, you're able to build it. If it's yellow, that's what you currently have selected. Back to the item at hand. Green, you can create something. What can you create? Everything that's in green. Let's go with roast boar or bear meat. You'll see with the boar, you can make so many because you're going to include some heat. There's the meat. We have 24 total. The output is that. Okay, so once you have it selected, you can either double click to do the maximum you can do. You can, here in the recipe table, put the number that you wish to do, highlight what it is that you wish to create, and press the assign key. You'll now get how many you wish to create, so you can either under or overachieve. The next entry is the fuel requirement. Again, you have different fuels that are available to you. Charcoal is an end product from burning wood within a bonfire. Coke is an end product from bituminous coal that is a full product. Wood, which we collect right off the trees. Anthracite coal, which you can collect down in the tunnels. Okay, so we're going to use wood. You'll notice on the left-hand side is how much you have. The right-hand side tells you how much it's going to need. If you have an X, that means that it is not a valid fuel type, even though you have it in your inventory. It's not a valid fuel type for what you're about to create. So we're going to just use wood. You highlight it with the white, and you can assign it, or you can double-click it, and it'll drop it in. Once you've dropped in your recipe, and you've dropped in your fuel, hit the Start button. A window will show up, showing your progress, and the fuel will go down. Once the fuel goes down to 0, you're basically done, and you can let it rest. Just like that. The fire does give off a light source. You can't see it up here, but down in the dungeons you can definitely see it. Let's go back to aid and eat some food. You will be eating a lot of food. Have I bored you yet? I hope not. Let's see, what else do we have going on? We've got the food. Let's go with the table, because once again, with the quest that you're going to be hearing, I hope you're watching this before you do the quest, or vice versa. We've hunted some wildlife, we're butchering it for meat, we've gathered some wood, we've opened the inventory to go to the crafting, we've double-clicked on the campfire and created one, we've gone to the options, and double-clicked on the campfire to place it. We've interacted with the campfire by pressing F to cook the meat. Press I to open inventory, go to Aid tab, and eat something. Well, that covers basic survival. Woo! Yay! You're going to get some wonderful music when you complete that. Now, very important, if you've completed basic survival and you have basic crafting equipment, it will not auto-start. I say again, basic crafting equipment will not auto-start. You're going to have to go down here at the bottom and say begin quest. Then it'll start talking to you and let you know that you need to make a basic table, a small bonfire, and it's going to teach you how to mine. and you'll be making a basic smelter. So, we'll start with a basic table. Okay? What do we do from here? We're going to make a basic table. Yep, we need to know what we need for a basic table. So, how do we make one? We have to go to our inventory. Go to our crafting tab. Stay with me, people. Go to the crafting tab. In the basic building, we have a basic table. Basic table says that we need 250 wood, and it will produce a basic table. Mind you, sometimes items require end products as opposed to basic products. Case in point, we'll start with a blast furnace. Requires fire brick and mortar. Again, your creator and mine for this game has made it to where if you hover over an item, it has flavor text. Fire brick is made from kaolin clay at the smelter, used to construct more advanced smelters. Okay, I bet if we double click it, it'll give you right at the help screen. Okay, so with that information, we go to the basic table. We find out that we need 250 wood. We've got a whole bunch of wood. We can craft one. Okay, we'll go ahead and utilize the ones downstairs to craft it. But if you didn't have enough wood in your inventory, this is when you would go and find enough wood so that you could craft the basic table. It works for everything else that you're going to make. A small bonfire, if we didn't have enough wood, which is the only input, we would go and find it. The other item that they want you to build is a basic smelter. That requires a mud brick and sand. Notice here we need two different items. Sand is a full product that you can find it on the beach. I was going to point on the screen. Let's try that again. Sand is found on the beach. It's light brown, used to create mortar. Okay? Again, if you just look on the ground, or look at whatever it is you're going to look at, and you press C to interact, you'll notice... Shut up. At the right side of your current health bar, it will show what you're looking at. Notice that says sand. That says gravel. That says water. Okay? So if we needed sand, you would press E to go into edit mode, and right-clicking removes product. Right-click removes product. Okay, we'll go into the advance of editing modes later. Okay, but right-click removes. Whatever you have selected by the wheel mouse, notice that we now have in the bottom left corner it says material sand. If you have something in your inventory that's selected and you left click, it will make a big old frickin' box of whatever it is that you had selected. And that's how we opened and closed our door earlier. The food's done. You'll notice the fire is out. Once the fires are out and no noise is being made, you can always go right back in. Down here is your take output. You cannot do anything with this until you do a take output. We can't give it more fuel. It says remove output. Okay, we can't remove the recipe until we remove output. If we tried to shift F like we did downstairs to pick the item up, we can't do it because it says remove output. So we have to go to F, take output. We have now collected up the 10 roast beef. Okay? Once you put an item in world, 99% of the time it's going to stay in world. The only changes to that, as far as I recall currently, are campfire lights, electric lights, and junction boxes. Okay? Lighting you can always pick up. That way you can produce lighting in one of those caverns as you're mining away, and it keeps it lit up for you. Let's see, did we leave the door open? We did. Let's go downstairs. We'll just put that there. Okay. Here is a basic table. This is what they wanted you to craft first out. Okay. Once you've crafted it and you press F, you'll see that you have a whole lot more things that you can build. It's not just the stuff that's in your inventory that you can craft. Those are the actual products. These items are products and tables and objects that you can use to build more things. That's why we have all of this equipment inside your base. Okay? So, pressing F, and you'll see that you can make armor. There's some chemistry that can be done. You can recycle the armor, and there are the mud bricks right there on the table. Mud brick requires dirt and sand. Dirt is dirt, dirt don't hurt. And then sand gets between your toes. Okay? And it would produce mud brick. I currently have none, but of course that's because I don't need any. Why? Because we have right over here a basic smelter that it's going to want you to build. Again, any item that you build, when you go to place it, if you right click on it, you will spin it. Okay? Left click, puts it on the ground. Too easy? Wonderful. Get some more food here. Roast bear meat. Works for me. Okay? Let's see. What else do we have in the quest? Make the table, make the bonfire, press E to do edit, and right click to mine terrain. Make a basic smelter. I've shown you how to do that. Once you have enough items in your inventory to create something, you can just go right on ahead with your crafting tab and create it. Too easy? Too easy. I hope you found this a little bit easier to understand than the original tutorial. And if you have any questions, please, by all means, hit some comments in the bottom. We'll see what we can do to answer any concerns you may have. I'm Wesley Roberts. Peace!